I'm Haley Taylor, and you're listening to the Rough Draft Diaries. It's the Rough Draft Diaries holiday special, and I know it feels a little early. Christmas is still about a week away, but this actually works to our advantage because today's episode is about something you may be doing every single day for the next week: shopping. Now, the idea for this special came about in the most natural way for the Rough Draft Diaries. It was nominated. Our previous guest nominated Georgette's Coffee House and their gift shop, which is located in the back of the building. Now, we'll get to Georgette's on another episode, but we're going to start with the gift shop. We'll meet Tina first, as she shows off some of the fair trade items they sell. That's items that were made with a fair price, benefiting the treatment and conditions of the individuals that made them.
Fair trade means fair pay and work conditions for vulnerable farmers and producers. Fair trade empowers. Fair trade protects children. We have a children's line of plain toys, which is from Thailand. It's made out of rubber tree plant. And a lot of the fair trade, they use things that they have plenty of. And then the proceeds go back to children's programs. So it's kind of an intertie of children and what they have relatively available, but using what you have instead of just throwing away.
Tina first learned of fair trade items when she started working for the gift shop at Georgette's.
I hadn't even heard of that concept. I was the regular go shop anywhere, go pick up whatever you need and, dispense of it. So my eyes were open and educated that there is a world beyond the world I'm in, and we share a planet, and how we can contribute to each other locally and globally in shopping. And that means a little bit more purchasing power that I have to make the world a better place.
Like I mentioned earlier, the gift shop sells mainly fair trade products, but with a few local items sprinkled throughout the shelves. But now we're going to head to a store that pretty much sells local items exclusively.
My name is Jessica Crossfield, and I'm the owner and director of Handmade Toledo.
Handmade Toledo is a few things. It's a storefront that sells the work from over 300 local and regional artists. It's also a workshop and a classroom, and it can be an event space. Actually, that's how Handmade first got started, with an event called Maker's Mart back in 2012.
I'm a maker, and I have been traveling all over the Midwest doing all these indie art fairs. And I was noticing when I traveled, I would meet a lot of Toledo makers that I hadn't known before. And I know that Toledo has a great art community. So we were just kind of like, let's start an indie craft fair in Toledo.
And that was Maker's Mart. And after 2 years of doing that event, Jessica decided to expand into a storefront and also into a workshop and a classroom so others could learn how to make their own crafts. And this is all connected to Jessica's original dream to create a space where local artists can share their work.
Well, as an artist myself, I wanted to create a space that I could sell my wares, and also all of my friends who are makers and artists could sell their wares. So while you're shopping at Handmade Toledo and you're shopping at a local business, we have 300 other local businesses inside of our local business that you're purchasing from. There's so much more that surrounds it than like the thing that is at the end of the road.
So we've learned about fair trade items and locally made gifts, but we're not finished yet. We're going to hit the streets one more time to learn how you are surviving the season of getting and giving.
Honestly, I'm ashamed to say that I'm one of those people that does a lot of last-minute Christmas shopping, especially with finals and everything this week. I'm trying not to worry about it, but you know what? We'll get there.
To be honest, I'm not a big fan. I think it's kind of overrated a little bit. It's all about gifts. It should be more about family.
I'm going to say the same. I think that the spirit behind it comes a lot from the love that's kind of in the air with your family and kind of what it brings with friends. I think that's a lot more important than the materialistic things.
Best gift I've ever gotten? Actually, I don't like getting gifts, so like not a lot of people buy me gifts. My friends, like if they want to get me something, like no, let's just go out for dinner or something. Same with my family. They know that I don't like getting gifts. It's just, but dinner, I wouldn't say no to a dinner. So anywhere.
Can you say your name?
Beckett.
And how old are you, Beckett?
3.
So, what was the best Christmas gift that you ever got?
A bumblebee with a car.
Yeah, Bumblebee, the Transformer.
What are the sounds that it makes?
Beep, beep.
I gave a tea towel that I found on a trip that my best friend and I took. And it was a tea towel in a small remote place in Scotland, and it took us a whole day just to get there. And I went and found that tea towel that said the name of the village where she had lived when she was there with her husband in the Navy. And I saved it, and I think it was by far the most favorite gift.
So whether you're happy to give gifts this year or to receive them, whether you're giving fair trade items or local items or no items at all, I hope you all have a wonderful, happy holiday and that you stay tuned for the next season of the Rough Draft Diaries. For now, I'm Haley Taylor, and thanks for listening.